And it is now time for the Morning Watch. Today, the Morning Watch is brought to you by Chris and Charles Investments. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles. Call us at 876-618-1252.
Start the school year right with the Chris and Charles Smart Start Back to School promotion. Borrow up to $3 million. You could win $1 million and nominate your child for a $50,000 grant. Yes, call 876-920-4189 or visit www.chrisandcharles.com for details. Promotion runs August 1, 2023 to September 29, 2023. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
Listeners to Love 101 FM are advised that the views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of Love 101 FM.
Hello and welcome to the Morning Watch on Love 101 FM. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint. A special welcome to our listeners on love101.org and if you're overseas and on the move. U.S. listeners can access us at 712-832-8001. And if you're in the UK, 0330-332-6541. Or join us via the Love 101 FM app that can be downloaded from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You can also join us on Love 101 FM Facebook and YouTube Live. In the first watch today, who let the cows out? And in the second watch, gospel star and festival queen winners. For our social media question, we ask, what should be done about the stray animals on our street? What should be done about the stray animals on our street, on our roads? Share your responses on our Love 101 FM Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also on WhatsApp 876-997-3125 using the hashtag The Morning Watch. We'll share your responses later on in the program, but before all of that, here's I quote.
Good morning. So today's I quote says, "We cannot poison the well and then complain about the water."
Good morning, Jokal.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing well. I'm doing well. How are you?
I am well.
All
What's
right.
your interpretation of that I quote?
Boy, I'm thinking about. I read it, but I'm still thinking about it. What do you say?
I'm thinking too.
Yeah, I'm still processing it.
Okay. The first one should be back after this break.
No problem.
Another World of Worship Wednesday is coming your way inside Alive 1 to 5 August 9, packed with worship, fun, and information. Stick around for the brain testing exercise at 1:45. Then stick around for prayer blast at 2 o'clock as we continue to ring in the prayer bells of heaven. 2:15 we go to our worship artist of the day. Then at 3 p.m. inside the Drama House, Making Lemonade Season 3. All this and more will come your way inside Alive 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This World of Worship Wednesday, August 9, with yours truly, Sarah and the Chirpy One on the family station, Love 101. Celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Love 101 invites you to listen to Encounter, presented by the Jamaica Association of Full Gospel Churches, Thursdays at 10 p.m. Every first Thursday, listen for words of upliftment from the Lighthouse Assembly with Bishop Rowan Edwards. Every second Thursday at 10 p.m., listen for a word of encouragement from Regis Ministries International. That's Women of God in Service with Reverend Dr. Elaine Richards. Every third Thursday, receive words of strength and power from Praise Deliverance Ministry with Senior Pastor Fitzroy Carr. Every fourth Thursday, Reverend Leonie Samuels of the Richmond New Testament Church of God in St. Mary shares words of hope. For fifth Thursdays, It's words of inspiration from the new United Bible Way Church of God with Reverend Dr. Jasmine Brown. That's Encounter, presented by the Jamaica Association of Full Gospel Churches every Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101.
Here is your opportunity to connect with someone who will listen, pray, and give guidance. It's the Ministry of Counseling and Prayer of the Edgewater Baptist Church. Please call 876-220-6474 or 876-332-7956. Weekdays between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Please talk to someone if you're finding it particularly challenging to cope during this period of crisis. Someone is waiting for your call. Please reach out today, 876-220-6474 or 876-332-7956. It's the telephone counseling and prayer ministry of the Edgewater Baptist Church. A reminder that somebody cares. Endorsed by Love 101.
When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint. Now, if potholes and careless driving are not enough, motorists now have to look out for wandering animals. In fact, in 1 week, there were 3 separate incidents involving stray cows along the same roadway in Little London, Westmoreland. The latest occurred on Friday night and has left a hotel worker hospitalized. The other persons have died. Who let these cows out to roam? Who is responsible for the grief they have caused? And what can be done about what seems to be a new menace on our roadways? Well, to address these and other related issues, we have online Lenworth Fulton, president of the Jamaica Agricultural Society, and Osha White, livestock farmer. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning.
Yes, morning to you both. Thanks for joining us this morning on this very vexing issue. Now, gentlemen, from your individual perspective and experience, how prevalent are such incidents as mentioned in the preamble? Beginning with you, Mr. White.
Okay, good morning. Well, this situation, it is one that has been plaguing the island for a very long time. This is a situation that is happening in several areas. I mean, on a daily basis. It's just that in recent times, based on the situation whereby a life was lost, and especially to the magnitude of the person being a police officer, it is now coming back to the forefront. But when you look on a daily basis, including, motorists who are traveling on the road having to deal with these kind of situations, it is getting out of hand, and it is a situation that needs urgent addressing, or else we're going to continue to find that persons are going to be losing, either their lives or their assets. Yes. Yeah. So it needs a serious addressing at this moment.
Mr. Fulton, how prevalent would you say from your experience and expertise?
It is very prevalent, and we must remember that this country came through from 1655 when the British took us from the Spanish. It was for labor and land. These farmers are not necessarily careless people, but they don't have land. They are nomadic farmers that drive their animals wherever they can get grass. It has to stop, and the land reform in this country has to be improved. Currently, there are institutions dealing with land reform, and they are doing a good job, but they need to go deeper. We need to use both the JS and the RADA and whatever government institution to interview these farmers and make them an offer to move their cattle where land is in close proximity. Because don't miss it. We need the beef. We are importing probably over 100 million US worth of beef in this country and beef product. So we can't say we don't need the production. We need it. And the government itself has shown an interest in revitalizing the beef industry and the cattle industry, both beef and dairy, by importing Girlanders in this country, by importing semen in this country, by doing embryo transplant, where you can't do part of the business and don't expect the people of your country to share in the success. But we cannot tolerate them rearing the cattle on the road. So we have to assist them. And there is nothing wrong with doing this zero grazing that they are doing. And for your listeners, zero grazing is where you have the cattle or the ruminant, goats as well, and sheep in a confined space, and you take the grass and the fodder and the feed and water to them. That's an established farming system. And I guess they are doing that, but they don't have enough money to buy hay and to buy grain, so they let them out. But we have to stop it. So the argument about the pound is a real one, but the real issue is to encourage these small farmers to continue by giving them land.
So you said your opening statement, these farmers are not careless people, but they have no land. So the
They don't have any land.
It's not carelessness on the part of any farmer, it's just land is the problem.
Is the land is the problem, because these farmers have to send their children to school, pay their mortgage, and we need the beef in our economy to cut the import. We have to see it from many angles. I'm not saying that the cattle on the road is right. It is wrong, but let us tackle the thing properly.
Yeah, what's your thought on that, Mr. White?
Well, I do agree in some cases, but for some I would disagree, because while majority of these farmers, yes, they are limited with land space, but I think you will have a particular set of farmers who are really careless. Because if you take, for instance, here in Westmoreland here, there are a lot of farmers with land space, right? But what they do, what is the issue is that people are not properly fencing up their properties, and they're not properly allowing that grading procedure to take place. So after a period of time, the land is grazed down, and they have no other choice but to let the cows out. So what they do is that when it comes on to nights, and this is one of where I have a major issue. Mm-hmm. People are going to open their fences and allow the cattle out to graze on the roadside, right? And this is causing a lot of accidents, I can tell you. Many which maybe not severe, but this is one of the situations we're having.
So there are careless farmers.
There are careless farmers. There are a lot of careless farmers. Because
hold that thought, Mr. White. We're coming right back to you. We're up on a break.
This is exactly what I need.
CNWJ Credit Union has a lifestyle loan. Access your CNWJ CCU lifestyle loan anytime you need it. Whatever your reason, emergencies, special occasions, consolidated debt, or everyday expenses. Your lifestyle, your choice. Approval within 24 hours. Apply today. Get a CNWJ Credit Union loan. It's just what you need. Discover the benefits of belonging.
Ooh,
Ooh la la. I see what I want at Phosphate Store-wide Summer Super Sale. Come get your wires, breakers, LED downlights, solar lamps, LED bulbs, standing fans, and so much more. Shop Kingston, Wonderful, and Montego Bay. Come get your smart locks, smart bulbs, video doorbells, and video cameras. You can't afford to miss it. Come shop. Come save at Phosphate Super Sale, July 3 to August 31. See you there at Phosphate. Open Sundays.
B&S Events and Vacations invite you to Couples Retreat Rekindle Marriage Still a Key at Couples Swept Away, November 17 to 20, 2023 for 2 nights. The rate is 125,000 Jamaican dollars. For 3 nights, the rate is 187,500 Jamaican dollars. Sponsored by Postlinks Productions, Love 101 FM, CGTV, and Couples Resorts Jamaica.
Why should you save? You ever hear your grandmother say, one cocoa full basket? Well, it's true. Saving protects you. You should save for an emergency fund, which can come in handy in the event of illness, job loss, or unexpected financial shocks. Saving can help you manage your expenses and reduce financial stress. Saving provides you with financial freedom.
This financial literacy tip was brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, building an inclusive economy.
Summertime, a time for choose, time for party, time for cut loose. Children play every day, run road trip and not get down here. Choose. When you feel it deep, chill with the friends and the vibes we choose. Feeling up, try chill with the whole family and kick back on a bill. Summertime, a time for choose, time for party, time for cut loose. Choose goodness wherever, whenever. Choose. Power in great moments. If you have financial needs, Chris and Charles will fix them for you. Power in great moments since 1992. Oh, we have it all. Power in great moments. Relax, you got Chris and Charles. Oh, we have it all. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
Me pull up at the gas station and the attendant come up.
87 or 90?
I don't know why him think I would put 87 in my new car. But me answer him. But when he say
Cash or card?
me say, big man, why would I take my cash and buy gas? I pay for everything with my Surgical Bank credit card. Grocery, gas, bills. Cause when you use your card, you get your reward. If I pay cash, you are gonna give me a reward?
We can wipe your windscreen.
Earn the best rewards ever with Surgical Bank credit cards. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint, and in this, the first watch, we're asking, who let the cows out? And in so doing, we have online Mr. Osha White, livestock farmer, and Mr. Lenworth Fulton, president of the JAS. Before the break, Mr. White, I had interrupted you. Please continue, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yes, so I was making the point about the farmers letting the settlers out. And one of the issues that we're having really is that, as Mr. Fulton really rightfully said, is that the industry right now is booming, right? It is booming. And yes, the land spaces are limited in terms of farmers not having enough land. And it is because the sector is booming, a lot of persons are entering the livestock farming now. But there are other issues whereby some persons don't have the time for the animal. That's one. Some persons are not able, as Mr. Fulton says, whether to buy the hay, buy the feed, or go and cut the grass, bring it to the animals, right? And so they have to be making up for time and for the growth process of these animals. So the only other option is to allow these cattle to graze outside of their pen ear. And we're now seeing where a lot of farmers now sometimes they have the land space, but they're not cleaning, they're not properly debushing and allowing the grass to grow.
Careless.
And all of this.
I'm careless.
So yes,
Yeah.
so we have been a lot of careless farmers, and it is really a cause for concern. And at this point, I am glad that the Westmoreland, the mayor of Westmoreland, even before these incidents, he made mention of the pound to stimulate the pound, because here in Westmoreland, outside of these past accidents, there are a lot of accidents that have been taken place.
Yeah.
A lot of accidents.
Let me
A lot. Yeah.
Mr. Fulton, I just need to ask you, if you don't have land, should you therefore go into livestock farming?
Well, sometimes they evolved into it. You see, we start to develop the country by using the housing trust to build urban type housing, even in rural areas. And people who go into and live into these schemes sometimes lose a job in the tourism industry, lose a job in other sectors, and evolve into something like goat farming and livestock farming. And this is where our organization, the JAS, and the RADA might have been found wanting, not to have gotten to them earlier, and to train them, and to offer them ideas. But I do agree with Mr. White, but the word careless is a very strong. So sometimes I would mix the word. I would mix the word careless with helpless. Some of them are helpless. And they have animal around them, and the drought is on them. The only way they can get food is to wrongly put them on the road. But we have to understand how our laws develop. Do you know if the man has, the farmer has land on both sides of the road, and you run into his cattle, you can't get any assistance from him, you can't sue him or anything. Right. These are laws still on the books, you know.
I'm happy you mentioned law, because I'm going right there now. What is your understanding of the law in regards to stray animals, such as the cows that we are focusing on this morning?
My understanding of it is that if you catch them, you take them to a pound. If you catch them on your property and you identify them, you call a valuator and value your loss, whether your crop loss or whatever loss, and the owner of the cattle, if you identify him, will have to pay. And that's how I understand the law, that there should be a pound and there should be restorative justice if the animal damage your crop.
Yes, Mr. White, what's your understanding?
Yes, just as Mr. Fulton says, under the Livestock Act, these animals that have strayed, they can be caught and impounded, and a fee being paid, for these animals to be restored. If where damages have been done to crops, our properties, you can always sue. So there are civil actions that can be taken against these persons.
So it is illegal. Where I'm going is it illegal for persons to have their livestock and send them out into the roadside just like that?
Yes, it is illegal.
It is illegal.
Good. Want to get that clear. It is an illegal act.
Yes.
Okay. Now, both tragic accidents reportedly occurred in Little London. Is that a matter of significance or just mere coincidence? Mr. Fulton.
Well, it's a matter of significance because the traffic build-up now in the tourism sector is different from 20-25 years ago. Those areas are handling more traffic with people who come to our island to help our economy, tourists and other people who are going to work in the hotel and all of that. So now you need to have probably some flashing lights or something to warn motorists that you're in a cattle zone, and to have a patrol going to and from to see that cattle grazing there and to send a truck to pick them up. So we have to do a number of things, And I think if you start pick them up and take them to the pound, the farmers will start to fence their place and see that.
So is there a pound? Is there a pound, Mr. Fulton? Or should I ask Mr. White? I don't know. Is there a pound in? No,
I don't know. the mayor spoke about it. Yes.
There's presently one being refurbished in Froome right now. There are talks for it to be reopened very soon. But I know there was there are ponds around the country. In Westmoreland here, there's not one active right now, but they're present in the process of refurbishing one.
Right. So back to that initial question to you now, Mr. White. The Little London area, is there something about that area that we need to be noting carefully?
All right. Well, as Mr. Fulton rightfully said, it is a very heavily traversed road due to the fact that between Negril and Savlamar, a lot of motorists travel that route, and sometimes they head to Montego Bay. So what we see now is that there are a lot of persons going to work, and so you will find more vehicles. Checkers are always along that stretch of road, and motorists tend to speed because it's a long stretch, so motorists tend to speed, and so we're having that situation. I think, and I want to point out something too, is that maybe one of the issues in addressing some of these major problems, if we were enforcing or causing persons to really be charged when they are transporting animals without ear tags. We have checkers now that are being reared without ear tags, so we don't have any
identification
pointing back to the real owner, So one of the sore points now is that when these accidents happen, even the owner come and stand up and he realizes the damage that is done. Nobody's owning the animals. Everybody's walking away.
So we need to be more vigilant. So we don't have people going around inspecting these things. I mean, these cows are there. They're in plain sight. We don't have anybody in the authorities inspecting and doing what needs to be done and investigating. Are those things that happen, Mr. White?
You do have RADA that have livestock officers. We at the Jamaica Agricultural Society doesn't have livestock officers. We have an officer, but it's more a general agriculturalist, which will deal with something like that if it comes to them or they see. But we don't have a lot of people in the field. But they rather have livestock officers and some excellent livestock officers too. So you have that system. And that would be the system that would have to ensure that the animals are tagged and identified.
So are you pleased with their work so far, their stewardship in that regard?
Yes, because I'm not going to knock them, because these things go up overnight and these farmers, without any indication, just get into goat cattle farming, and you might be in an extension officer over a lot. You see, you have one extension officer sometime to 2,500 farmers. So it's not like you have 10 farmers or 20 farmers. You have 2,000 odd. So it's very difficult to manage. But I guess with technology coming up with drone and all of that, you can now start to employ some drone to identify where you have animals, goat, sheep, and cattle, and for that extension officer to zoom in some more in those areas. So I guess we need to use some more technology to help them.
Okay, you have the final word, Mr. White.
Okay, yes. I agree. Ryan has been doing a great job. I will say that. But I think here in Westmoreland, some more sensitization needs to be done with farmers. Going to the rural communities, engage the farmers about registering, and getting their ear tags for accountability. And this helps. It also helps to lessen the amount of cattle being stolen, because by law, these cattle should not be slaughtered without an ear tag. And so it will help even the police. Whenever these cattle are being transported without ear tags, we can probably look and start an investigation to find out where these cattle stolen. So it will take a joint approach from both the farmers, from RADA, from all the stakeholders to ensure that these...
Yes, we have to leave it there, gentlemen. Interesting and informative discussion. Have a safe day, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate
Thank you
it
very
very
much. Listeners, the Morning Watch will return in just a moment.
Anything possible with a little savings in your hand.
The time by J&M Bank is
7:30.
We are a proud, resilient nation and growing stronger.
Together we'll make the future bright. With Joe by our side. One love, black, green and gold all the way.
Keeping the link strong. To everyone. No flow from Flow, Jamaica's network.
You want win millions, but I like the link bank. This summer, I win your link your best life.
Win a share of millions this summer in the Link Your Best Life promotion. To enter, use Link to collect $1,000 or more in MoneyGram transfers or pay $1,000 or more to top up your phone, transfer money to a friend, pay your bills, and pay for things wherever Link is accepted. Link Your Best Life this summer and win. The more you link, the more chances to win. Visit lynk.us for more details. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Hello.
Hello?
Goodbye.
Goodbye? What are you doing?
I'm saying hello to peace of mind and goodbye to worry.
Oh, I'd like to say that too.
Well, with Guardian Life's new ultimate provider, you can secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time and benefit from their investment portfolio too.
Wow, so it's hello peace of mind.
And goodbye worry with Guardian Life's new ultimate provider. For more information, contact 888-367-5433 or talk to one of our representatives. Guardian Life. Live secure. Live easy.
Follow Grace Sardine, better flavor. Grace Sardine with the chef and the beginner. Follow the one with pepper, better the winner. Shop on supermarkets, everybody sell it. You all of them nice. Pass the back, make push it.
Grace Sardines, follow the better flavor. From generation to generation, Jamaicans have depended on J&M Bank to make the pride and joy of providing a safe place for their families possible. Now, with no processing fees and no down payment mortgage options, you can open the door to your own sweet home, a legacy to hand to your next generation. Visit jmbank.com to get pre-approved today. J&M Bank will help you find a way. There's certain moments in life you'll cherish forever. Like buying your first car, stepping into your first home, sending your child to university, starting that business you've always dreamed of. These are your great moments, and helping you achieve them is ours. Call Chris and Charles today. We have a loan for all the great moments in your life. Powering great moments since 1992. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
Me pull up at the gas station and the attendant come up.
87 or 90?
I don't know why him think I would put 87 in my new car. But me answer him. But when him say
Cash or card?
me say, big man, why would I take my cash and buy gas? I pay for everything with my surgical back credit card. Grocery, gas, bills. Cause when you use your card, you get your reward. If I pay cash, you are gonna give me a reward.
We can wipe your windscreen.
Earn the best rewards ever with surgical bank credit cards. Conditions apply.
Another World of Worship Wednesday is coming your way inside Alive 1 to 5 August 9, packed with worship, fun, and information. Stick around for the brain-testing exercise at 1:45. Then stick around for prayer blast at 2 o'clock as we continue to bring in the prayer bells of heaven. 2:15, we go to our worship artist of the day. Then at 3 p.m. inside the Drama House, Making Lemonade, Season 3. All this and more will come your way inside Alive 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This World of Worship Wednesday, August 9, with yours truly, Sarah and the Chirpy One on the family station, Love 101. Celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Love 101 invites you to listen to Encounter, presented by the Jamaica Association of Full Gospel Churches, Thursdays at 10 p.m. Every first Thursday, listen for words of upliftment from the Lighthouse Assembly with Bishop Rowan Edwards. Every second Thursday at 10 p.m., listen for a word of encouragement from Regis Ministries International. That's Women of God in Service with Reverend Dr. Elaine Richards. Every third Thursday, receive words of strength and power from Praise Deliverance Ministry with Senior Pastor Fitzroy Carr. Every fourth Thursday, Reverend Leonie Samuels of the Richmond New Testament Church of God in St. Mary shares words of hope. For fifth Thursdays, it's words of inspiration from the New United Bible Way Church of God with Reverend Dr. Jasmine Brown. That's Encounter, presented by the Jamaica Association of Full Gospel Churches every Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint. Let's now look at the newspapers quickly to see what Jamaicans and others are saying and doing in the Observer. 5 of 8 persons of interest turned themselves in to St. Catherine South Police. Also, grief in Cotton Tree as a rape, murder of girl 15 leave rural community in fear. And our condolences to the family, relatives, and community. In Gleaner, not on our Independence Day, Jamaicans in the diaspora label Montano's key to city honor inappropriate. And also AIC to provide grants to small farmers through SPAD project. Those are some of the major headlines in our newspapers. Coming up next, we'll read some of the feedback from our social media question. What should be done about the stray animals on our road? We're asking you to leave a comment on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, Love 101 FM Jamaica, or WhatsApp 876-997-3125. Soon come back.
Here is your opportunity to connect with someone who will listen, pray, and give guidance. It's the Ministry of Counseling and Prayer of the Edgewater Baptist Church. Please call 876-220-6474 or 876-332-7956. Weekdays between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Please talk to someone if you're finding it particularly challenging to cope during this period of crisis. Someone is waiting for your call. Please reach out today. 876-220-6474 or 876-332-7956. It's the telephone counseling and prayer ministry of the Edgewater Baptist Church. A reminder that somebody cares. Endorsed by Love 101.
When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me.
Another World of Worship Wednesday is coming your way inside alive 1 to 5 August 9, packed with worship, fun, and information. Stick around for the brain testing exercise at 1:45. Then stick around for prayer blast at 2 o'clock as we continue to ring in the prayer bells of heaven. 2:15 we go to our worship artist of the day. Then at 3 p.m. inside the drama house, Making Lemonade season 3. All this and more will come your way inside alive 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This World of Worship Wednesday, August 9, with yours truly, Sarah and the Chirpy One on the family station, Love 101. Celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint. Let's now join Jokal For a look at how our Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp friends answered today's question, what should be done about the stray animals on our roads? Look at.
Yes, good morning, good morning. So we do have some responses. We have a lot actually. So let's see how quickly we can get through this. Amoy says, good morning. I strongly believe that it is utter carelessness that caused these animals to be on the streets. And indeed, it is an age-old problem right across some parishes. These stray animals don't even have ropes on them, so one could tie them at a place. They're just left to roam and now are a threat to life. It is sad. On YouTube, Marietta Miller says cows are not human beings, so they should not be on the streets. I totally disagree with Mr. Fulton. I believe, he was mentioning something, so she disagrees. Nosy on YouTube also says, I am certain that if you pound these animals, no one will come forward to own them. So what next? Merlene from Clarendon says, I strongly believe the animals should be impounded or be taken to the nearest butcher. Right. Monica says there used to be animal pounds operated by each municipality, but these apparently are no longer operational. This needs to be revisited, stiffer fines, and in the case of livestock, these be sold to offset costs for impoundment. We must be more responsible for animals/livestock. And that's the end of what we have here on our WhatsApp line.
Okay. Thank you very much for those responses, and we appreciate them very much. Interesting comments being made there. All right. Now, as we go into the second watch, we're going to have two segments. I don't know for this watch. He's a member of staff at the Marcus Garvey Technical High School, where he often mixes music into his delivery as an educator. He's a motivational speaker, toastmaster, singer, songwriter, and a keyboardist. And to talk about his journey in becoming the 2023 Gospel Star winner, we have joining us Oral Lawson, JCDC Gospel Star winner. Good morning, Mr. Lawson, and congrats.
Good morning, sir. It's a blessing, to be here. Thank you so much.
Great. Diving right into it. Why did you enter the competition in the first place, Mr. Lawson?
Well, I tried last year, and I was not successful. I was told to try again this year, to try again next year, basically, thanks for my time and my effort. And I was a bit gutted by the response because, I really put a lot of effort and time into the entry last year. But, I started 2023 with a different kind of drive, a different kind of purpose, and I was in the studio doing some work with Brother Deli on a track called Soldiers for Christ, and also Harvest, and we put in the work on those. And, after doing that music, I saw the ad again on social media about Jamaica Gospel Star. I put it to him first, and I said, we could enter in on it, but I'm not really feeling it. And say, if I feel it in my spirit to go ahead, I should. And I said to my wife, and she encouraged me as well. Thanks so much on Danique. And she said, go ahead. So I gave myself another chance, threw my hat in the ring, and pulled out one of those videos from YouTube. Mary, did you know? And I was selected. So the judges looked through, hundreds of persons entered, I'm sure. They selected me to be one of the 10 finalists, one of the blessed 10 finalists.
Mm. Yes. Highlights for you. What are some major highlights in the competition for you, very quickly?
Well, highlights for me, the family, the bond that we share. It really didn't feel like, it was a competition. It really didn't feel like, we were contestants going at each other. It really felt like family, for me. Also, the way how the coach, the vocal coach, Alicia Taylor, dealt with each and every one of us. She really dealt with us, with a certain level of equity, and, she always gave us good encouragement. And, another highlight that I cannot leave out is to be saved by grace. To be saved by grace. Really,
what that means now in this context?
Quickly. Yeah, man, quickly for me. I was selected out of 6 eliminated persons to return. Not just to represent myself, but also to represent them. I remember on the night I was telling them that, look here, well, as a lot of pressure to put on me now because I know we'll have to, represent for everybody that has been eliminated. And, I'm sure they are proud. They have expressed how happy they are that, I have, gone on to win overall.
Yes. All right. Well, I gather that you have another engagement, so that's why we only have it for this short period of time. Well, wish you all the best, Mr. Lawson, going forward.
Thank you so much, Jukal. Thank you so much.
All right. Toussaint here. Bless you.
Bless you.
Listeners, we go to break. We'll be right back.
Great sardine for the chef and the beginner. Follow the one with pepper, that are the winner. Shop on supermarkets, everybody
Great sardines, follow the better flavor.
The time is 7:46.
Touching lives every day, so many different ways. A part of all you do. Sagicor will make you feel secure. Reaching out for more, we'll always see you through. Reach for more, whatever you're dreaming, whatever your goals, will help you achieve them. You're never alone. Taking care of today's needs, take care of tomorrow's dreams. Every day helping you succeed, that's what Sagicor means. Today's needs, tomorrow's dreams. Sagicor.
Josie, 5 stars from a combo. Forever your favorite in a wonder. Pussy belly with flavor, hunger. Get one, no 5-star combo. Try the juicy 5-star summer combo. Get any one of your favorite patty. 1 piece of chicken, a soup you like, a bread roll, plus a Coca-Cola, all for $1,100. Josie, 5 stars from a combo. Forever your favorite in a wonder. Pussy belly with flavor, hunger. A juicy and Coca-Cola promotion. Available at participating stores. Conditions apply.
Power in great moments. If you have financial needs, Christian Charles will fix them for you. Power in great moments since 1992. Oh, we have it all. Power in great moments. Relax, you got Christian Charles. Oh, we have it all. When you think loans, think Christian Charles.
Get the formula for CXC and CAPE exams at Distinction College, located at 26 Hagley Park Road, Kingston, 6 Nugent Street, Spanish Town, and Ocho Rios. Start day, evening, and Saturday classes in over 30 subjects this coming term, and sit exams in January and May with learning resources such as computers, science labs, and much more. Lowest fees. Register this week and get an entire term free. Win scholarships and a 10% discount. Pay for 3 subjects, get 1 free. Pay for 5 subjects and get 2 subjects free. Or get a skill or course free. Call us 356-4167.
My kids are growing up in a rapidly changing world. They amaze me every day with their curiosity and passion for wanting to create a better future for us all. The government is investing in Jamaicans through the STEM scholarship program. Now, my kids have the opportunity to pursue studies in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to get certified as STEM professionals. And yours can too. Find out more at www.mof.gov.jm/scholarships. Sign up for a STEM scholarship today.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hello. Are your friends and family coming over? No worries. Surprise them with the Oreo roll. The perfect pack to share with everyone anywhere. Twist, lick, and dunk to enjoy the flavor that everyone loves and create new memories filled with laughter and fun. Oreo, stay playful.
Get the Western Union back to school bonus from now until September 22. 50 winners of $10,000 every week. Millions in scholarships of up to $100,000 each. And Double your Western Union money transfer in your GK1 wallet to get you ready for the new school year. You could be one of over 300 winners. Just download the GK1 app, receive a Western Union transfer in your GK1 wallet, and you're automatically entered to your back to school bonus. Visit gkmsonline.com for all the rules. Authorized under Section 58 3 of the Betting Gaming Act.
Welcome back to the Morning Watch. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Dylan Toussaint, and in this, the second half of the second watch, we're focusing on the Festival Queen winner. As we know, the Jamaica Festival Queen competition is one of the highlights of the annual Emancipation and Independence celebration. And she was crowned on August 1. Well, to talk about her journey to the crown, we have now joining us Andreen Cameron, Miss Jamaica Festival Queen 2023. Good morning to you and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Yes, good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, Miss Cameron, separate and apart from being the 2023 Festival Queen, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, no problem. So I have always been someone who is extremely involved, always involved in leadership, in extracurriculars. I am someone I consider myself a creative. I'm a dancer. I sing. I write. So I do a lot of creative writing. Mm-hmm. I'm also very passionate about outreach and volunteerism. I've always been involved in giving back to my community or to my nation in some way or another from as young as I can remember. And I am also just very passionate about women's rights, being an advocate for the rights of women, and that has definitely influenced my love for law and therefore my career path.
Right. Now, you enter the competition, I'm sure, with some expectations. What were they and were they met?
Well, I didn't expect a lot of work. That has definitely been met. I also just expected a level of sisterhood and community. I experienced that especially within my parish level. The girls are amazing. We still talk, we still see each other. It's just amazing to have them around. That was also met at the national level. Mm-hmm. I also expected a lot of personal growth, and that has definitely been met with the amount of training sessions that we had. So we had to do training for walk and poise, for speech and diction, for current affairs, even social media. We even got some makeup training so we know how to put ourselves together a bit better. So it has definitely allowed me to develop so much as a person. It has taught me a lot. It has pushed me a bit out of my comfort zone. And I believe that it has made me so equipped to represent my parish, my country, and of course the people that I love.
What were some of the more memorable moments and major challenges you faced in the competition?
So I'll start with the memorable moments. I think that the courtesy calls were so amazing. I can't particularly say this one was more memorable than another because they were just all so great to me. So, for instance, we visited the official residence of the Governor General on 2 occasions, actually. We also visited the office of the Prime Minister, the office of the Leader of Opposition. We visited the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sports. And these were just all, also the Mayor of Kingston. And these are just all great experiences, being able to have certain conversations that were affecting our country and our youth. It was just amazing. And to be in the room, the same room as these persons was also just incredible. As it relates to the challenges, I will say the exhaustion. It was definitely very difficult to push through, especially when it came closer to the end. For me, I was one of the last queen, to be crowned. And so I jumped straight from my parish coronation to national training, and then straight from national training for the 2 weeks into the Emancipation event. It was definitely exhausting, but it took a lot of perseverance to push through.
So I gather that your presentation was based on the Jamaican woman.
Yes.
What was
correct.
behind all of that? Why? And why?
So it is the theme. So the Jamaican woman, strong, dignified, and creative. And my talent presentation was in order to shed a light on the fact that women, especially historically, have not been given enough credit for their role in history. And it's very important. It's even reflected in the fact that we have one heroine, and it's really important that we shed light on the fact that women play such an important role in ensuring that our culture remains and that it stays intact. Women play such an important role in creating a strong culture. And so I wanted to create a piece that shows the struggle of the Jamaican woman in being recognized, and that also shows how strong, dignified, and worthy she is.
And that was in the form of a dance, or was it a poem? What is it?
It was both. So I I wrote and voiced a spoken word, and then I choreographed I danced to that spoken word, and then I danced to the spoken word. So it was a mixture.
Okay. All right. I guess you got a lot of points for that.
Well, I'm not sure, but hopefully.
Yes. Now, over the years, from its inception, the whole matter of Queen competition, there's been tussles between this and beauty pageant, and there are persons who are wondering, what's the difference? Could you just tell them in clear terms what are the major differences?
No problem. So I believe it's somewhat public knowledge that originally this pageant started out as a beauty pageant, and it was changed because JCDC recognized the importance of looking beneath, because beauty really comes from within. And so no matter how you look, what matters is what's inside. And the JCDC's mission is really to create women and men who care about their culture, who want to build cultural awareness, and who just want to give back to their country. And so the difference is that this pageant, Festival Queen pageant, it focuses on your cultural awareness, your intellect, and your ability to give back to the community. In other pageants, to my knowledge, while those things might play a role, it's not as important. And so for me, in selecting which pageant I wanted to be a part of, I had to consider, what do I want my impact to be? What are my goals? And so if your goal is to be an ambassador for your culture, to be someone who is regarded a nation builder, to be someone who gives back to their community, if that is a driving force behind your why, then this pageant is the pageant for you, because that's its focus.
What can we expect, therefore, from Miss Festival Queen 2023 over the next 12 months?
Well, like the persons before me, the amazing queens before me, I am going to continue the greatness, and my contribution will be in the form of my project, Women on the Defense. So over the year, in addition to, of course, the courtesy calls and the other events that I'll have to attend, I will be executing my own project, and this project is a self-defense project. So it's geared towards ensuring that young girls between the ages of 4 to 12 are actually taught basic self-defense skills. They're taught how to assess and evaluate dangerous situations. They're taught how to be their sister's keeper, and they're just taught how to stand their ground in the event that they need to. And I believe it's very important in light of the increasing violence against our young girls that we've been seeing. And so the project is really to create even just as much as I can, a safer space for women and little girls.
So, so at present, you practice self-defense? You know these techniques?
No. And that's a question that I get all the time, because, you'd think that if I'm doing that project, then I...
Just wonder. Just wonder.
But that's not it at all. And that's the sad reality. A lot of women like myself grow up never learning how to defend themselves. This isn't something that you're taught in school. The way that you would get to learn self-defense is by, looking into opportunities, and of course you'd have to pay for a lot of these opportunities, and so it's rough. And so I just believe that self-defense should be taught in the school level, and so that's why the project seeks to go into these schools and to actually teach these young girls self-defense, because not everyone can afford the lessons, and not everyone will have the opportunity to go and get them. So it's being able to go into the schools in their space, meet them where they're at, and teach them.
Well said. Well, thanks for joining us on our program this morning. All the best to you, and congrats again, and continue the greatness.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Bless you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, listeners, for being with us. Join us again tomorrow as we continue to set the stage for a discussion of topical and controversial issues. For information on how to get copies of this program, call our production department at 876-968-959-627. This has been the Morning Watch. Thanks to our producer, Kathy Gale, and our guest. I'm Dylan Toussaint, and you're back to Love in the Morning with Jukal Daya.
Wow, very